Hello, welcome to Switched On, and today we're going to have a quick look at a brand new game on the eShop, which is V-Rally 4. Just released today in the UK, and I believe it's out in February in America for some strange reason, and next week in other European regions, but UK get it today, which is nice. So I just want to have a quick playthrough for you, so just so you can see how it performs. I've already had a quick go at this handheld and held up pretty well, to be honest. Graphics are a little bit blurry in places and there was a tiny bit of slowdown. Just depends how sensitive you are to that sort of stuff, but generally I'm quite happy with how it ran really. It was really quick. Different camera angles, seems to be a lot of different options you can tweak. Certainly on the simulation side you can change a lot of stuff about your control settings and how sensitive they are in a lot of areas. We'll have a quick look at that. And it's asking me to buy a car, but I've already done this.
Here are the vehicles available for sale. Take a look.
It's quite strange because I have already done this. I bought the Ford Escort. Let's see if we can get into a rally anyway. Right, still asking to buy one. Okay. Okay, we'll buy another car. That's fine. Got loads of money. Okay, that should be fine.
Great choice. You'll now be able to see all the cars that you own.
That's the sort of car my dad had back in the 80s. Great rally cars. Okay, so let's see if we can now do a rally. There's a rally available in Malaysia. Well, let me unlock that. In Japan.
There it is. It may not have the best performance.
Okay, it wants me to go through this sort of tutorial kind of thing.
It would appear that a sponsor has noticed your performance. Well done. You might be able to get your first contract. Return to HQ to see the offer.
So it's got, see the options along the top there, it's got a lot of additional stuff in rather than just rallying. I believe you can sort of hire staff for your garage, upgrade them, and this one here is about contracts and sponsorship.
But you'll have to hit your objectives. Don't forget.
So that's their Ford Need You. The constructor is offering you a contract and a special reward if you complete the following objective. Complete a rally activity with a Ford. You get $25,000 for doing that, so we'll accept that.
Perfect.
And I guess we'll get different sorts of contracts and objectives as the game goes on. So now these rallies are open. So we've got the Rally of Malaysia. Or the Rally of Japan. Let's try Malaysia first. Let's skip through this. Loading times weren't too bad, certainly when you compare it to something like Gear Club, which is just ridiculous. And at least you get access to a couple of things here while you see the game's loading on the start race button now. So I can change the AI level, and that's really a cool thing in a racing game because as you get better, you want to slightly increase the hardness of the game, definitely. And you see that you get higher prize money the harder you create it for yourself, so that's good. And you've got rankings, online rankings, another excellent addition. So really happy with that. Doesn't seem to be, you can't seem to filter by friends though, which is a bit of a shame. Maybe they can add that in. Just seems to be a massive list of the best times that people have already placed, but hopefully they'll add in a filter option for friends or nearby players or clubs, that kind of thing. But let's have a look to start the race. So graphics aren't too bad. I wouldn't say they're the best on the Switch, but certainly do the job. And as I say, the main thing when rallying, especially in a rally game rather than other racing games, is you're focusing so hard on your car that you don't tend to take in too much of the environment. Although that said, there is one quite glaring problem with this, and you'll see that in a second. It's the draw distance in front of you kind of gets drawn in as you're approaching it.
Jump 50.
This is going to be hard if I don't listen to the co-pilot, but we'll see how we do. Ooh, and there we go, on this side. So we've got different views, got close right view,
Caution left 4.
bonnet cam.
And left 4.
My preferred view is always in racing games is the cockpit view, and it's great that this game's got it. Again, going to keep comparing this to Gear Club probably,
30 through.
but
And right 5 into left 3.
God, so apologies for my awful driving, because I can't hear the co-pilot, so I don't really know what's coming up.
Left 5.
Probably best to switch this view and get a better idea of what's approaching.
And right.
But yeah, so it's good. It's got different camera angles. Pleased with that. As you can see, it moves pretty rapidly. But you can see they're just ahead of you. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. That shadow's getting drawn in ahead of you. Probably about, imagine 10 foot in front of the car, just shadows getting drawn in. Probably something that they could improve with a patch.
Rail right
Whee!
through gate into left 3.
So we'll have to see on that. But yank on the handbrake. Generally, if you can ignore that, and as I say, in these games you tend to focus on your car and what's immediately in front of you, so if you don't really look for it, it's fine.
100 bumpy.
But certainly really smooth to drive.
Cut.
Almost feels 60 frames per second. I'm not sure on the technical specs of it, but it feels really smooth and responsive.
Caution left 3.
When I was on handheld, we did a rallycross event.
Into right 1 into left 350.
Oh god. Yeah, did a rallycross event, and at some places on that track there was some slowdown, which was a little bit annoying, but I don't know if that's just
Right 4 tight.
on handheld. Doesn't seem to be any slowdown on here at the moment, but then there's no other
Into
cars,
left
but
4 short opens, don't cut.
it
Into
certainly
right
seems to be
4.
performing a little bit better than handheld, which you would expect anyway.
And kinks over crest 150. Brake right 3.
Engine noises sound
Into
okay, and
left
it's,
330.
even though I can't particularly hear him making this video, the co-pilot reading out the instructions was very clear, and you can kind of rely on him, which is obviously the point of it, but it did feel really good
Jump over crest.
when I played earlier, just to rely on those
Left
cues from the co-pilot.
short 30.
Worked really well. So you see the number in the arrow at the top. It's a system where it tells you what gear you should be in, so if you hear him say right 4, there's a right turn coming up, you need to be in 4th gear, or left 2, you know, to break down and get into 2nd gear.
Left
You see the environments, they're not too bad. Some basic geometry in places, some pretty square rocks that we've just gone past. And some of that foliage on the tree looks a bit blurry. Got some nice
left 3 into right.
sun effects poking through over the hills there. Some quite nice lighting. That's the job. A lot of smoke being kicked up from the car. It's another problem in Gear Club, especially on the rally tracks in Gear Club Unlimited 2. There's no sort of dust being kicked up, and you don't really feel like you're interacting with the environment. You've got kind of invisible walls
Left 3.
in that game, where here, you know, if there's a rock jutting out from the side of the road and you hit it, you're going to crash,
And kinks
and you
over
can knock
100.
things over and all the kind of stuff you expect from a racing game.
And right 3, keep middle. And right 4
Just yanking on the handbrake around some of these corners.
into left 5 tighten.
But I'm really enjoying it so far, to be honest. It certainly leaves a better first impression on you than Gear Club does. By the way, we've got a Gear Club Unlimited 2 review coming out hopefully today. So if you do want a little bit of a comparison between the two games, we should have that today. If not today, definitely tomorrow. Just need to get it edited and get it online.
Short into right 6 long tightens over sand.
Give you a little spoiler, it's probably not, well, my opinion, it's not quite as bad as you might think. Oh, on the beach here, mind out guys. Turn into a
Into right 4.
dune buggy race. It's one thing is nice about this. I mean, obviously I've not played much of the game, but from watching videos, well, there's a bad bit of popping of shadows there.
Square right.
There's a lot of different environments and a lot of different race types, so I'm really excited for this one. To really get dug into it. Nice, a
And
lot
left
of nice
3.
smoke there. And dust.
And right 5 into jump.
Might as well see this one through to the finish, because the finish is just up there.
Into finish.
There we go. Bit of a slow-mo finish. One of the AI cars got a DNF, that's nice to see as well. Let's have a quick look at the replays. I've not had a look at this yet. Plenty of options there as well, different views. Standard camera views, and then there's this overhead view. Slow motion. And fast forward. There's also a photo mode, so we'll look at that in a sec. Whoa, I don't know where I was going now. I mean, again, it's not, you know, graphically amazing, but I do tend to give the Switch quite a bit of leeway in its games. And the main thing for me, especially in a racing game, is that it's quick and responsive. And so far, I mean, you saw yourself that rally there, absolutely fine. Really quick, was a nice challenge to drive, really fun to drive. No slowdown, no problems apart from those shadows popping in, which I really hope they can patch out. Let's have a quick look at photo mode. Doesn't look like there's too many options there, really. Just kind of position the camera and zoom in and out, but still, again, a nice feature to have. Some pretty moody looking human models in the car, but there you go. Now can we actually take a picture? I think you can just hide the interface, then I guess you just use the switch. So there, online rankings. I don't think I'm going to be anywhere near top 1 million of those, but they're there if you want to have a look.
Nice race. You put up a good fight. Now that you're competing in your own car, you're also going to have to pay for your own repair costs.
So that's what I was saying, there's extra little bits here, like they're saying there, you need to pay for your running costs. And like I said, there's staff management, garage management. So a lot of extra meat on these bones to get dug into. So we've completed our objective for Ford by taking part in a rally.
You will not be alone in your journey. You'll start working with people who will help you manage your contracts, car, budget, and so on.
Ooh. So here's a recruitment tab.
As an agent, I specialize in V-Rallycross. Let's just say I can give you access to these types of stages quite easily. Not all agents specialize in V-Rallycross. Some are passionate about rally driving, and some prefer other disciplines, so different specializations are possible. Open the mechanic panel for more information about your crew.
Yeah, that's quite cool. So you've got a research crew, a mechanic crew, and an agent.
Your mechanic crew will be in charge of repairing your car. The more qualified they are, the quicker and cheaper the repairs will be. But remember, if your workforce is more qualified, they will ask for higher salaries. So keep an eye on costs when you're thinking of recruiting a veteran mechanic. You can also recruit engineers into your crew. Open the research crew panel to find out more about this.
Okay.
Engineers are in charge of developing higher performance components for your vehicle. You will need them to tune and enhance the mechanical performance of your car. Just like the mechanics, if you recruit more qualified engineers, their salaries will obviously go up. So bear in mind that you will have a larger investment to take care of. A new recruit has just become available. Go to the recruitment panel for more information.
Anyway, let's not get bogged down in that too much. So, I hope that's given you a good idea of how V-Rally looks so far early days. We'll give it a play for a good few days, put some hours in, and then, where are we today, Thursday, maybe put a review up over the weekend or early next week to really dig into it. But for now, say early impressions are really good and quite happy with that. So, until then, so keep an eye out for Gear Club Unlimited 2 review today or tomorrow, and usual videos going up, FIFA career mode. Got some other plans for some reviews to go up as well, so plenty to come. Please subscribe if you found this video useful and want to check back for more content. But until then, I will bid you farewell. See you later.